Good afternoon and welcome back to the boat here on Gone Diggin'. My name is Matt and we are out with Carolina Beach Scuba for another bottom of the ocean adventure. This is a charter that we did back in the summer where we go out and look for megalodon teeth. A little different than the last time you saw us go out and do this. We've got a couple new tools and we're learning some new tricks to help us explore and find more shark's teeth. As always, the descent down the line is the most exciting part, and I can't wait to get to the bottom of the ocean. Now you guys know me, and when I hit the bottom, we've got to start looking for shark teeth, even though we might not be in the exact right spot. This trip's a lot of fun and a lot different because I'm out with Brad. Brad's diving for the first time, and it's a completely new experience for him. There's the first tooth of the trip pretty quick. What you're actually looking at is the top of the ancient seafloor, and some of those shark's teeth are deposited and laying right there, like this big fraglodon right there, and it's just laying right on the top. The better teeth are underneath the ledge, and I'm going to show you that in just a second. There's Brad, he's out looking already. Now I have a diver on my right, I have Brad on my left, and we're already looking for teeth as soon as we hit the bottom. For these dives, you only have about 20 to 30 minutes with getting all your gear straight, getting on the bottom, get set, and off to looking. So it's really not that much time in the grand scheme of things. You have to take an hour on top of the boat to reset, let some of that excess nitrogen wear off with your surface interval, and then go back and do it again. What I learned on this one once we get to the anchor line is we're already a little bit of a disadvantage. And that is because it is a little crowded. And I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't make things any better. Brad goes and clips off, the diver to my right clips off, and I'm already looking at fish. So now I'm clipped off to the anchor line and I've got my reel in my hand and I'm starting to look for shark's teeth. I look up to my left and there's Brad pretty close on top of me. The other diver's gone off to the right as he is clipped off his line and looking for his spot. In turn, it's not too big of an entanglement hazard as long as you're aware of your surroundings and take your time. Keep some tension on your reel and keep your line tight to the anchor, and you should always know where you're at. So here we go. This is the new tool that we got for this trip. This is called a diver propulsion device, or a DPV, or scooter as it's more commonly called. And what this is used for on the ledge is not for scooting around the bottom, but for kind of knocking off some of the sand and dust off of the top of that layer that you can see here. And what it does is it kind of hurts my feelings, because if you look right in the middle of the frame right there, that is a monster shark's tooth that I don't recognize to pick up. And in fact, I'm seeing two right there that I failed to pick up. So this thing works really well. Did you see that shark's tooth move? It works really well for blowing off the sediment, but what it also does is creates a very large cloud of dust. And because I actually am so close to the anchor line, I kind of dust up the whole place. Now, in my dusting up of the place, I create a few friends at the same time. These little guys are called grunts. And by the end of the first dive, I probably have 50 or 60 of these grunts all around me. They are picking up critters or sediment or whatever the heck they eat right down there in the bottom, and they're enjoying themselves. So what we're actually looking through are the piles of rubble from the ancient seafloor. Over the millions and millions of years, the seafloor is eroded and it's broken down in these big piles of what looks like rocks, seafloor, and in that, all of that stuff are shark's teeth. Those shark's teeth typically date from the 3 to 5 million year old range and the era of the megalodon. Now, they are in varying different degrees of condition because of all the erosion that has deposited these teeth here. But it doesn't change the fact that it is still an amazing find every time you pick up a beat up one or a half of one or even a really large whole one, like you're about to see.
That's a big one.
So as scuba diving for fossils go, and after you spend enough time looking at piles of rubble, everything starts to look like a shark's tooth. So you pick it up, you flip it, realize it's not a shark's tooth, and you throw it down. And eventually you get a buzz on your arm and you realize, it's time to go. So we've given ourselves a little bit of a safety window so we don't go into what's called decompression, meaning we've built up too much nitrogen within our body and we need to spend some time underwater to let ourselves off gas before we hit the surface. So staying out of deco is a big deal for us, and we're going to use that little extra time to manage our reel and look at some shark teeth we may have missed along the way. But you can quickly tell that managing the reel isn't quite as easy as talking about it. while we manage this absolute mess of a reel, I just wanted to stop and take the time to say thank you for tuning in to Gone Digging, watching my silly adventures, whether it's scuba diving, metal detecting, or exploring abandoned places. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this sort of thing, I hope you consider subscribing for more. This isn't an adventure we do all the time, but we sure do enjoy it, and we enjoy sharing it. So, until next time, to the top. Smooth seas, fair winds, and we'll see you next time right here on Gone Diggin'.